Hello everyone, my name is Katya 2RU and today I'm going to be your guide to the world of Russian food. I'm the founder of the company called 2RU and this is a vlog for everyone who's interested in Russia or for the foreigners living in Russia. And one of our projects is Best Russian Food. Maybe you already follow it on Instagram. Best Russian Food is the Insta project where we show the best of the Russian dishes and share the recipes and the most authentic approaches to cook those dishes, right? So today we are going to cook three main dishes. Three dishes that are really popular here in Russia. The origin of those is not always Russian, right? So for example, borscht is considered to be Ukrainian, but we consider it Russian today just because it is very popular in Russia, because it is cooked in Russian families. I am Russian and I know what I'm talking about, and this is the kind of pasta that we are going to use today. So borscht is the most popular and famous in the world Russian soup. Based on beetroots and cabbages, carrots. It's a nice soup with a purple color and we're gonna cook it all the way together. Then dish number two is going to be Olivier salad, which is called Russian salad and is known like that in the world. Olivier salad is also something special for us. We are using it for holidays. Nowadays it's not that popular in daily life because people have less time and they don't cook it that often. But on holidays such as New Year's as well, of course, we do. It's not that hard to cook though, but I'm gonna share the secrets of how to make it like that so it's really nice and crunchy as we like it, because I've tasted it in several parts of the world. For example, I lived in Chile and there it was sold as ensalada rusa, but it had nothing to do, even though it had same ingredients, but you know that it all depends on how you do it, right? And the dish number three is syrniki. So it's the name of this well, let's say small cottage cheese pancakes. It's hard to explain, but we use it for like we eat it as a dessert. We eat it with different add-on, but the thing is that it's quite healthy even though it's a dessert, because the main ingredient is the cottage cheese and we use it for breakfast. We really like cooking it and I'm gonna share the recipe with you as well today. There are some other things that you need to know before actually starting cooking. Things to know about Russian food. Sometimes it's really hard to describe this concept because it's not that solid as, for example, Italian food. Russian food is always a complex of several totally different mixtures of cultures, of products, of approaches, and it's never the same. But there are some basics that are considered to be Russian food and that are known in the world like that. Basically, you have to know that the majority of people in Russia used to live in a village and didn't have meat. This is why many soups, many dishes are based on vegetables. And for example, borscht as well, like nowadays is cooked with meat, but there's also a vegetarian version of it. For example, I don't eat meat and I perfectly can cook it anyways, and just I'm not adding meat, I'm maybe adding something else or not adding anything, and then it's just vegetable-based soup, right? And those dishes are really popular. Many soups are even called like that. Like for example, village soup, we got крестьянский soup. Maybe interesting for those who are learning Russian. And of course there are several reasons why the soups are so popular here in Russia, and basically the first one is climate. In winter it's really nice to warm up with those soups, and we really liked the bouillon based soups, so that or dishes in general, so that you get warm up. For example, a burger has nothing to do with a nice borscht in winter when it's -20 maybe. Right, this is the first reason. Then second reason is that it kind of makes a bigger dish. out of the ingredients, right? So you add on water, and then the volume of the whole thing gets bigger. This is why soups are so popular as well, because I mentioned before that people used to be very poor, and still nowadays, like out of nothing you can make a soup. For example, when I was a kid, I used to eat such a soup which was made just of potatoes and eggs. It was called like a spider net, because the egg was getting like super fluffy, you know, in the water, but it was the soup, so you could eat it as a first dish, right? And this is why it's part of our culture for sure. Then apart from that, soups are always served in all kinds of Russian restaurants, and in USSR, stolovayas, so-called stolovayas, used to be popular, and those are cheap restaurants where those kind of normal food were served, and of course soups were a big part of the whole menu, because as everywhere in the world we got the concept of like, you know, lunch as a package, and then you get a salad, a soup, a main dish, and a drink, right? In Russia we actually also got a saying like that, which says первое, first dish, второе, second dish or main dish, третье, third dish, and компот, right? And this drink, typical here. So that means that a normal Russian lunch means that you have 3 or 4 dishes, let's say, and soup is always there. It's always super typical for a Russian lunch, and even nowadays people don't tend to miss it. Also, one more important principle that we need to start off today, I need you to understand that we are sharing the recipes of real Russian families, of real Russian people, of locals, the most authentic approach to make those dishes nice and tasty, right? So we are not professional cooks, and this is not a professional kind of restaurant course. I'm just sharing our approach, our true Russian recipes, right? With our ingredients, with the way we do it normally. And yeah, I need you to kind of feel Russian soul tonight or today and stay with me for this while and bring all those principles to your real dishes that you're gonna eat afterwards. And as for the Olivier salad as well, this is pretty much the same. I'm going to show you this trick a bit later when we got our ingredients boiled and ready. But the main thing is that you prepare a lot of ingredients, the big volume of them, and then you can leave it for a while. And after that, take in some parts of it to make small portions of this salad. I'm going to show it to you as well a bit later. But the thing is that it's true that we are kind of used to cook big volumes of food in advance to make our lives easier next days. So let's get started, my friends. I think you know the basics already. You might send me some messages if you got questions. But now it's time to start cooking.